Alright.
Alright, you knightly bastards, here is a build for Undead Knight. We're going to call it Dread Knight. This build resembles the one that I did with Assassin, simply because it works the best with this class. I will try to be as brief as possible so that I don't waste too much of your time by explaining the same things as I did in the Assassin video, so let's get down to brass tacks. Combat abilities. The only thing that you need are two-handed, retribution, warfare, and necromancy. You don't need anything else. Two-handed gives you more damage directly and it increases your critical multiplier. That's what we had with Scoundrel as well. Two-handed works much better than Scoundrel skill for this particular build. Retribution is here because we can reflect a lot of damage that is dealt to us to our enemies. It might seem like a low amount, but you will see that it stacks up, and it stacks up quickly. In one turn, if you're up against 6 or 7 enemies, you can redistribute about 1500 damage around you. That's not a small thing. Obviously, I'm talking about higher levels. I'm currently battling people 16, 17 level, and I'm 18. And the rest Necromancer mainly because we heal for amount of damage dealt. We need that to sustain ourselves. And Warfare because our physical attacks deal more damage. This is how my main stats look like. Strength directly affects the damage that we do with our main weapon. I'm choosing strength weapon obviously. Constitution increases our vitality so that we can survive a lot of shit. Wits affects your critical chance, initiative, and blah blah blah. That's why we have critical chance at 71%. That's huge. From wits we get 20. Actually, I don't need to read you the tooltip, you can read for yourself. The beautiful thing about this setup is that we don't need Scoundrel for critical multiplier. We get it all from two-handed perk. And these are the rest of the stats. Physical armor, magical armor. Magical armor is a bit lower, so that's why living armor could prove to be very useful. As for the gear, it's pretty simple. Focus on getting strength, constitution, and wits. Get yourself giant flame rune on your amulet to get more critical chance. Get yourself, like for example, giant masterwork rune that will increase your physical armor by 40%. And also if you can craft armor of the Eternals, with this build it's amazing. It gives you immunity to stun, immunity to shock, it inflicts stun on contact, and it reflects 10% of melee damage as air damage. Plus you also reflect damage from the retribution, so it stacks up. From the others, as I said, focus on your skills. Nothing needs to be said here too much. For the weapon I have this one, Bloodlust. It doesn't have any empty slots. If it did have empty slots, then do the same trick as with Assassin. Create for yourself giant masterwork rune and add to that mystical rune frame. That will give you... Sorry, this is large, but doesn't matter. Get yourself giant one. And it's going to give you 15% more physical damage and also plus 3 wits with this mystical rune frame. As for the skills, I went with this. Shackles of Pain is fantastic because it damages the enemy that you've chosen for the same amount of the damage that you receive. Pretty damn amazing to increase your DPS. Decaying Touch prevents enemies to heal. That's fantastic when you get rid of their physical armor, which you will be doing constantly. Bone Cage restores your physical armor, and if there are more corpses, it restores additionally that armor as well. It's a must because we don't use Geomancer in this build. Bloodsucker can heal you for some amount, and you can also do damage to the enemies if you're standing in a huge pool of blood, and then you put Decaying Touch and afterwards Bloodsucker on an enemy. Mosquito Swarm is there to heal you. As for the rest, Phoenix Dive to increase your mobility so that you can jump across the battlefield. Battering Ram mostly for the knockdown effect. Battle Stomp as well. Crippling Blow is also useful, but I did not use it at all. Blitz Attack is great if you get entangled, and then you can use Blitz Attack to jump to the enemy's position and hit them as well. Whirlwind is a must. And for the others, get Tick of the Fight. It's one of the most useful skills. And also Overpower if you want. And you can get Onslaught as well. I mean, up to you, what you prefer here. But get Tick of the Fight most definitely. It's going to pay off. Trust me on that. And that's it. That's the whole bloody build. If you can also get yourself something that does cleave damage, it helps tremendously to deal with a lot of enemies that are around you. Let's test the Dread Knight. This is Bishop Alexander fight. It's a tough one. There are a lot of enemies, 7 in total. So it's time to test this properly. They all have some kind of fate aura that this guy gives, Bishop Alexander, and he can also resurrect. And heal and buff them and whatnot. So it's going to be a troubling fight, most definitely. But I have solution for everything, I believe. Let's drop Tick into the fight. Well, I'm going to move 1 hex more. And now I did absolutely nothing. I did even worse. I want to have all of these. Yeah, now I have it. If they are all within the range, I will get more bonus damage. This is it, plus 50% more damage. The issue in this fight are these bastards. Good thing is that I have Retribution aura at pretty high level, so I will constantly reflect some of the damage back to them, and they are not that tanky as these paladins. As you can see, they deal a lot of damage, especially these guys. So I need to deal with them, but I don't know how, because I'm now on ice. And I'm about to lose physical armor. So let's see if this is doable. Great, did not drop down. Maybe I can drop both of them to the floor. Nope, did not crit, unfortunately. If it was a crit, both of them would be on the floor. Look at the reflections. I know 250 damage does not sound like a lot, but consider that everyone is targeting you if you are solo, and you are reflecting damage to everyone around you. Now this bastard resurrected the dead one. Never mind, I want to test myself, so let him heal everyone and restore everyone. That's the ultimate test for this build, if it will work or not. So far it's going alright, but I need bodies so that I can heal with... Why can't I move? Taunted. Oh. The fuck is that? Did I initiate that? Yeah, because I was taunted, I cannot control what happens. Shit, I did not want to I did not want this thing to be initiated. I wanted to do this properly. So I will just skip turns with it. I will not attack. Let's be fair here. And do this solo without summons. Although you can summon. If you have Necromancer, you can always summon Bone Widow. That way it's going to be much easier. But I do not want much easier. I want the ultimate test. So I need to drop enough bodies and corpses around me so that I can use bone cage and restore my physical armor properly. Oh, you annoying little bastard. You're so gonna die now. I lost 50% bonus, unfortunately, but I do have one trick up my sleeve, and that is Shackles of Pain. So whenever I'm damaged, this guy will now get damaged as well. Alright, can I use challenge on him? He's challenged. Awesome. Now the only thing that I have to do is drop the bastard down. When I drop him down, I will get restoration from the challenge skill. That's going to be physical, magical, and health. Still, this bastard over here casted Guardian Angel, and it's reflecting half of the damage done to these bastards to her. And again, blessed spell. That's not good for me because blessed ground heals, and I don't take heals very well. Let's knock the bastard down and let's finish him. Character was victorious in the recent challenge. Physical armor damage plus, and I get damage bonus as well. Duration 1 turn. So why wasn't my physical armor restored? Maybe I need to wait. Maybe it's a gradual process. Now we're going to use blitz attack. And failed completely. Doesn't matter. Just gonna use normal one. Deal massive amount of damage. And deal massive amount of damage again. Even the game cannot take this huge numbers. It's constantly slowing down when you're striking enemies with such huge numbers. I'm joking, obviously. Yeah, I did not want this flower to be here. Honestly, I did not. It's now taking the damage that would otherwise be meant for me. But yeah, I did manage to at least skip turns with it so that it doesn't do damage to anyone else. Another resurrection, so this guy is bringing everyone to life. It's time to deal with him. Finally, this thing is down. Yeah, you keep coming for me. Don't care. Tick off the fight. So I'm going to move here. Blessed poison applies regeneration. I don't think this would be good for me. So I will do this. Knocked down 2 people while they are still alive. Let's cast Tick into the fight. We've used our last source point, but doesn't really matter. Now we're going to use provoke on everyone as well. Not going to work on everyone, but it helps. It was the only thing that I could have done. Look at this. I just killed 2 of them, I think, with 1 attack of opportunity. Oh no, this guy is alive. Sorry, never mind. But the heals while I'm doing these physical attacks are insane, as you can see. Mainly because critical multiplier and critical chance is so damn high. So is my damage. 2-handed weapons do a lot of damage. Would be interesting to test if 2-handed weapons do the same amount of damage as with dual wielding. Should be a couple of bodies on the floor, right? Let's cast Bone Cage. 2000. Beautiful. Holy shit, 2200 damage. That's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, these guys are done. There's no way they can survive this. They had their chance while there were a lot of them, but with Tick into the fight, no trouble whatsoever. They actually buff you enough so that you can deal with them all. Keep casting this bloody holy hand bullshit. It's not going to save you. You're going down. You're going down, you fucker. You're going down. This guy is now alive for 3 times in a row. Let's see if he is going to resurrect him once more. So, to counter his bloody heals, I will now use Decaying Touch. That's extremely useful. It's not going to do a lot of damage simply because I don't have a lot of intelligence. It scales with intelligence. But now the bastard cannot heal. Ah, for fuck's sake, really teleported me across half the town. Now I need to go back in and smash these fuckers. I told you, these teleporting bastards. There we go. No teleportation anymore for you. Wow, he actually survived. Not for long. And now let's deal with Bishop. Yeah, I did not want this fight to end like this. But not something I can really control. Yeah, cut me down. You wish. And now knock down. Oh, bloody hell, he blocked it. Didn't crit, yeah, unfortunately. There we go, another resurrection. This paladin is resurrected for 15 times now, the same bastard. Pissing me off there. Now I'm going to challenge you. And you're not going away from me now. Shackles of Pain. And if I could, I would use Decay on him as well. And let's provoke him too. Well, there you go, everyone down. I think this definitely proves that this build works wonders. If I could, I would switch difficulty to higher one, to the maximum one, but I cannot switch difficulty with Tactician. That's the fuckery of it. Let's kill this guy for the 4th time now, for fuck's sake. Holy shit, look at the damage. Anyway, lads, I hope you enjoyed the video. This was really enjoyable. It's really fun to play Dread Knight like this. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out the description, please, for possible donations if you would like to support the channel even more. And also check out the info for some other channels that I'm working on. Cheers!
Toodaloo, motherfucker! Hey.